Well, that's the thumbnail taken care of. Hello paddlers. Today is Tuesday the 11th of June. Yesterday, Monday the 10th, at 5 AM, I was standing on the shores of Loch Lomond in Scotland. And I'm back here again. So what happened? Watch this bit of video from there, then I'll come back and explain more. Well, hello paddlers, welcome back to my channel. Well, I checked the weather forecast yesterday, and when I was planning on going to Loch Lomond, it's gonna be terrible weather. So I packed my bag and I drove here this morning. Unfortunately, the bloody gates are locked. And I can't find any signs or any information or anything on how to get in. So I thought I'd just go and have a quick little wander. And I've lost the bloody keys now to the car. I'm going to check the car's locked. Because it's... yeah. Obviously I've got all my gear in the car, but no, trying to find someone for parking or finding out when they open. At least we might get a look at the loch if anything. Yeah, so like I say, it's the 9th of June today, and I won't come in until the beginning of July, but yeah, I checked the weather forecast and it was terrible, so I thought, what the hell, pack your bag and get there. I'm just coming up to a sign seeing if there's any information about getting in. Like I see, the barrier's shut and it's all locked up. There's the ship. This is where I was planning on parking. Well, this is where I was launching from. At least you'll get to see a bit of Loch Lomond. There is a sign on the gate saying the shut at 8:30 PM. Whoa, I don't think I'd be launching from here. No, that's too steep. Be alright if the water level was a bit, oh, I don't know though. Just a pain in the ass getting a loaded boat down there, up and down, up and down. But no, I can't see anybody. And there's no signs, no anything. So I have no idea what to do now. Just took me 6.5 hours to get here. I know, 6.5 bloody hours. It was a nightmare driving here. I had nothing but, I mean, when I say rain, we're talking storm rain, right, with some hailstone as well, right, for about the first 4 hours, and then it just sort of passed over. By the time I sort of like just started to hit Scotland, it had passed over, and yeah. And it's chilly, but it's not too bad. And guess what? In my haste, I forgot my bloody boots, proper kayaking boots. Right, I've got my water shoes, which I'll have to do. Right, but could have done with my boots because it's not exactly hot. Anyway, I'll come back to you a bit later when I've sort of figured out what the hell's happening, because at the moment I can't get in. But as you see there, look, you see they actually locked the gates at 8:30, but it doesn't say what time they open them again. And I was hoping, I didn't even notice on Google Maps and stuff, and nobody'd mentioned that there was even a gate here. I was just hoping I'd be on the bloody water by now, because I've been here, oh, nearly an hour. well, 45 minutes, but still, I figured I'd just come in, park, get the kayak, get all the gear out and get on the water. Because as you saw, it looked quite calm, didn't it? Weather forecast is rain coming in this afternoon. But I'm not worried about that, because after basically, I ain't been in bed, have I? I just drove off, just basically packed on my gear and drove here. Got here this morning, and I was just going to paddle out to that first island, which I mentioned when I talked about Scotland, and yeah, which is only, I don't know, say 8 mile away, something like that. I can't remember now. But don't know what the hell is happening at the moment, so when I know, I'll let you know. I'll be back. Well, I can't find anybody anywhere. There's a few ripples and you can feel that wind, I'll tell you. And you can see out there, it's a little bit rougher. Not bad. Look. But yeah, so I found my lunch spot. Just can't get in. I'm parked behind the fence still. So I haven't got a clue. There's nobody about. That ship's pretty cool though, that ferry. Might as well show you some footage. I mean, there's not a lot happening at the moment with me. Biggest problem is the rain's coming in this afternoon, and I was hoping to be out round that bend and up towards the island first of all. But I honestly don't know what's going on. Anyhow, I just thought I'd show you a bit of footage, and I'll come back when I know what the hell's happening. Now, try and get you out the sun first of all. Hopefully the sun is right on the lens. I'm annoyed to say the least. Been here 2 hours now. That main gate still ain't open. Right. There's nobody about to ask round there. I did find another guy who I spoke to round the corner. Right. Because remember I said if I can't get in there I'll go to plan B. Well, that main road where I'd be, I can't remember the name of it. Oh, I've got it on my map. But anyway, that actual main road is closed due to flood damage. So I can't get to my plan B. I just can't get there. So he said to us, he pointed out this area where I am right now. He said you'd have to park on the road, like where I am, right? But there's a wall there. I'll show you in a minute. There's a wall here, right? But there's a gap further down where I could get my kayak out, right? And I thought, I just had a quick look then. I thought, yeah, it'll do. It'll do. It's not perfect, but it'll do. And bugger me, just spoke to a police officer drove by. And he sort of, he didn't stop for me in that sense, right, like that. As he drove by, I sort of just waved him down. And I said, "You allowed to park here overnight?" "Oh, no, you can't do that. You can't park here all night long, lad." So that's all. And I says to him, I says, "Do you know how to get to such and such nah, the road's out." Yeah, I thought so. So I asked him, I said, "Is there anywhere where I can, not without paying, and then you can only leave your car just like one night type thing, unless you go to an actual campsite," which I didn't want to do. Plus the campsite you have to book in advance, so I'm screwed either way. So right now I'm pretty screwed, to tell you the truth. I'm completely screwed, because I can't park here and stuff. So what I'm thinking of, is heading back. However, so it's not a complete wasted journey, stop off at the Lake District, and see if I can get on the water there at the Lake District and see what happens. But this is so, I am swearing on the inside, let's say. I am swearing on the inside. I am so annoyed. Yeah, because there's no signs up at that gate saying opening hours or anything. It's just locked up. I waited 2 hours, locked up, nobody about in sight. You get me? I'm thinking, well, on the website there's a ferry over there, right? And that the ferry starts at 8 AM, right? But double checking it, that's just summer period, so they might not class June as a summer period. Don't know. But there was a couple of trailers in there, so somebody's already launched the boats from there. But like I say, all barriered up and everything, and no signs and nobody about or out. So maybe it's just not open this time of year. Alright, but it doesn't say now on the website or anywhere. But I'm a bit annoyed actually. I'll tell you what though, right, it'd have been a nice paddle, because them waves are starting to kick up. Aye. Glad I brought my spray skirt. Not that it bloody matters, because I can't get out. Anyhow, let's just get out and I'll show you some footage, so it's not a complete wasted journey. Then I'm going to go find a lay-by, park up and have an hour or two's kip before I drive back again, because I've basically been up over 24 hours now and I'm getting a bit tired. Because, well, you know what the plan was, paddle out to that first island, which you can't see from here because it's right round there. I'll paddle out to that first island and then stop for the night. But no. Anyway, let's just get out and I'll give you a quick look, okay? Yeah, it would have been alright to launch from here. Right, but that's just found out, as I said, no overnight parking. So, can't park here. Oh, before anyone says, why don't you just park for a few hours and go for a paddle? 2 hours maximum. So, that's no good. Anyway, I'm a bit peed off, but I just thought I'd show you. I'm just getting a quick view, then I'm getting back in the car. That got me out. Right, that'll do. We'll get back in the car and yeah, see what we're gonna do. Bit chilly without my hat on. Yeah, so I'm really annoyed. I really am annoyed. Can't get in there, can't get to my plan B, and I'm not just gonna just drive until I find somewhere, which I would. If I just kept driving round, I'd find somewhere at some point. But the thing is, one, you don't know what time. Two, as I said, I mean, what day is it today? It's Monday. The last time I went to bed was Saturday. You get me? So I don't want to drive. You get me? So yeah, I'm just gonna. Really annoyed. I am so annoyed, as you can imagine. I mean, I've been on about this trip for nearly, well, I won't say 2 years, at least 12 months, maybe just over 12 months, been planning this. Alright. I'm so annoyed. So annoyed. So yeah, I'll come back again one day, but I won't be coming to this area. I'll go somewhere else. You get me? I'm afraid Loch Lomond's out for me because I'm not going through this again. I am paid off unbelievably. Not to mention the fuel. You get me? It was nearly, well, it was 3/4 of a tank to get here. I filled it up completely to the brim, right, just as I was leaving, right, and I've literally just had to fill it up again. I was down to 1/4 of a tank, so it's 3/4 of a tank of fuel, which ain't cheap. Trust me, that ain't cheap. So by the time I get back, I'll have to fill it up again, right, because that'll be another 3/4, so I'm gonna have to top it up again. So you're talking a lot of money for nothing at this point. Absolutely nothing. I'm so annoyed. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to check my maps and stuff, and I may cut across towards the Lake District. See if there's any areas around there. I don't know that area that well though. I mean, I've been round the Lake District obviously, but it's been a long time ago since I was like around the Lake District. Anyway, yeah, so I'll talk to you later when I'm actually doing something and something's actually being sorted. Okay then, what a shame. Okay, I'll catch you later. Okay then, right, yeah, so not having much luck there. I should point out, after I'd left that last area near where that wall was, I actually went back to the main gates again. Now by this time it was about 8:30, so I'd been there about 3 hours or so, and the main gates were still locked up. So I actually went for a wander around, another walk. Now near that area there's like a shopping area, big shopping complex centre, and I noticed a guy in the back of it, right, shall we say like the delivery area, and I asked him, I said, look, do you know what's going on there and all like that and everything, and basically he said it's not closed down, but it's sort of like shut to the general public because they were doing something and something was going on. I didn't quite get it all, but so I wouldn't have got in anyhow. So now I know some of you will say, why didn't you just keep driving? You would have found a spot sooner or later. Well, you're right, I would have done sooner or later, but you have to understand, at this point I hadn't been to bed since Saturday. Because yeah, I went to bed Saturday, but then Sunday obviously I left Sunday night. I left my place about 10:30 Sunday night and drove all the way through to Monday morning. You get me? So I was tired, basically. And I didn't just want to drive another 4 or 5 hours just for the hell of it, on the off chance I might find a place near a loch or some other river or something. You get me? And yes, I could have looked at a map and planned the route to somewhere else, but who's to say that there weren't problems with that road after my first backup plan had been ruined because of the flood or whatever. Well, yeah, the road was closed due to flooding, I was told. So I basically thought, screw it, that's it. I'm going to head back down south and I'll go to the Lake District. Now, it's about 5 or 6 years, 7 years, something like that, since I last went there. And I actually took my drones there and I was going to get some aerial footage and stuff. And I do remember driving around that area for nearly 3 hours just trying to find somewhere to get parked, because a lot of it was parking restrictions and things like that, and it was absolutely packed because it is a very, very popular place. So what I thought I'd do is I looked on my map and I found a campsite near Ullswater. It's a huge lake in the Lake District, Ullswater. So I rang them up anyway and I said, look, you got any vacancies and blah, blah, blah. And the lady was extremely nice, but unfortunately it's one of them you have to book in advance, and they had no bookings. But she did give me a phone number of another campsite further south at near Lake Windermere, because I explained to her, I know there's loads of places where I could stop, but I want to be near one of the lakes for kayaking. Right, so yeah, she did give me the phone number of another campsite near Lake Windermere, and I rang them up, but unfortunately their tent camping area was closed to renovations. Well, by this point I'd done a lot of driving, and the frustration levels was somewhere about 18 foot above me, and I'd had enough, so I just drove home. And I got home yesterday sometime and basically brought all my bags in, dumped them. They're all down there. Got all my gear just piled up down there, actually. Yeah, I just had a quick bite to eat, and I basically I put the telly on, fell asleep in front of the telly, woke up, noticed, left a comment for Patrick, because he'd left me a comment about the couple of nights before, so I left him a comment saying I just got back from Scotland. So, and then I went to bed. And as for the dressing gown, I'm just having a lazy day today. I'm still tired, and at the same time, which is funny because I'm an old man now, but I did mention I used to be a truck driver, and I actually used to drive to Scotland 3 times a week, and a hell of a lot further than that. I used to go way up north and way over to the east, because I used to go to Baxter's. You know Baxter's soup? Yeah, used to deliver there and collect from there, I should say. But yeah, but I'm getting old. But yeah, so frustrating, so annoying. I mean, if you're a subscriber, you'll know I've been planning this for over a year. This has been planned for over a year. I must have spent over £1,000 on gear specific for me to take to Scotland with me. Right? Gear that I wouldn't normally have bought, but because it was more of a kayaking holiday, and I have to keep pointing that out, right, I wanted a different type of table, a different type of stove. It's not just an overnight camp and then whatever. Right? I might be spending a couple of days on the same spot at the same island or whatever. So I wanted a bit, well, luxury, if you like, with it being a holiday. Right, so I bought a lot more gear. You'll know if you're a subscriber. Right, I bought a brand new tent. Okay, that was a good price, but I bought a brand new tent. I've got a tent. I've got a great tent. Right, also done a video about both of them tents. Yeah, I've already got a great tent for like backpacking or like overnight kayaking and things like that. But I wanted a big tent so I could lounge out in, sit back, just in case I'm there a couple of nights or it's really, you get me. And I bought other extra gear, I bought some different clothing, I bought about an extra 5 million dry bags, you'll know about that. But yeah, I spent an absolute fortune on bits and pieces. Not to mention my boat. You'll know, if you jump back a couple of years, I mentioned about Scotland and I said I wouldn't personally feel comfortable driving basically all that way with me inflatable, my X500, which is a fantastic kayak, but because it's an inflatable, I wouldn't feel comfortable going all that way and then thinking if I get some sort of major puncture, I don't mean a little puncture, but somewhat major, I'm completely screwed. And the Kayak that I own, that's the main reason why I bought it. Right, and I did mention this a few times in videos, right, for going to Scotland. I didn't want something to chuck on the roof because I thought it's a long way to drive, right? And the Kayak seemed perfect. But I can't just say it like that because I do love the Kayak. I am glad I've got the Kayak. And it's not as if that's not going to get used, because that will get used plenty, right? So that's not too bad. But at the same time, if I was never, ever, ever thinking about that trip, there's always a chance I might not have even bought it. You get me? Because I love the X500, as you all know. So there's a chance I might not have actually even bought the Kayak. But yeah, so I'm going to leave it there. In case any is wondering, yes, I will be going back again. No, I'm not going back to Loch Lomond. Well, definitely not that spot. Right, and I'm doing it completely different next time. I don't know when, probably next year. Maybe next month. I don't know. But what I intend to do next time is plan nothing. Right, I'm not leaving in the middle of the night to get to an area at 5 AM to beat all the traffic, to make sure I can get a parking space, to make sure I can get on the water early before the ferries leave, because there's a bloody ferry that launches from there at 8 AM. Right, it's on their website. Right, I'd actually printed off, that's something else I bought a bloody laminator. I printed off their ferry routes and times and their actual route, right, to make sure I can avoid it at all times. You get me? And I laminated that just to keep that basically tucked in me PFD constantly, so I know exactly I'm not on the ferry lane or out like that. But their trip was meant to be at 8 AM and I was still there at 8:30 and nothing was going on. It was all still locked up, so God knows. God knows. But yeah, so yeah, I will be going back again, but what I intend to do next time is there'll be no feeling tired or all like that. I'll probably just have normal time, normal days, leave here maybe noon, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, somewhere around there in the afternoon. Just take a steady drive up there, alright, no rush, and just keep going until I find somewhere, you know what I mean? If I can't find anywhere for kayaking, there's thousands of places for camping. Alright, but if I can't find anywhere for kayaking, I don't care, because I'm not going up there for a kayaking trip. I'm going up there camping, but I'm taking my kayak with me on the off chance. Playing it safe. Yeah, so that's what I'll do next time. Just head up there and see what happens. You get me? But because everything was planned out this time, my plans went cockeyed, my backup plan went cockeyed, and I was tired. And then when I tried to come up with a plan there, C, if you like, in the Lake District, all that went to sugar as well, just in case any kids are watching. All that went to the doghouse too. So I was just peed off with it all, and that's why I just drove home. So if you've been looking forward to it and this video has really disappointed you, I don't care. I'm disappointed enough, so I don't care. So don't leave me any comments saying, oh George, I really was looking forward to watching that video, you've really upset me. I'll come round there and I'll slap you right. You have to laugh, don't you? You have to laugh at things like this. Believe me, I wasn't laughing yesterday. Yesterday I was far from laughing. But you just have to shrug it off. Just one of them things life likes to throw at you from time to time. Just to see, what's that saying? See how much you can carry on your shoulders. Well, I think my shoulders are full now. Anything else, I think I'm going to explode. And God help anyone who'll be stood next to me when I go bang. No, just joking. Yeah, so there you go then. That's the story of my Loch Lomond adventure. So I'm going to leave it there then, paddlers, and catch you on the water next time. Okay then, cheers.